Hello, it's Wednesday and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
So Old Mutual has been having a very tough week. It all started out last week when a lady by the name of Siba complained on Twitter about Old Mutual failing to pay a claim.
Yeah.
And she even went as far as to get a court order for Old Mutual to pay out her mother's claim. Old Mutual doubled down and it became a whole Twitter storm. Let's just check out this clip first explaining everything.
Yeah.
And then you tell me what you think about it.
Okay, cool.
Moving to cancel the products that they actually hold with them. This is actually
after,
they say. Yeah, they're saying that they're canceling, but I've seen a couple of screenshots though, right? So how this started was a user by the name of Siba_S_M started blasting them for failing to pay monies that are owed to her mother, right? And other people also started coming out saying they've had some traumatic experiences with Old Mutual, people just pulling out that story of that family that went and dropped off the body of their deceased at the offices in Parktown a couple of years ago. So some people have just been having some traumatic experiences with the company, but I really hope they start getting their act together there, because even the statements that are coming out, some people just say they are very arrogant in the way that they've been addressing this whole issue. And yeah, it's just very messy right now.
I saw that it has been on blast this weekend.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Well, I definitely agree with him on they've been very arrogant with how they approach the situation, the last one. Like a lot of these businesses actually do. I don't know, like all of them came on this idea of like, let's do the social media thing and answer people and whatever, but they don't even actually answer people. Like they always say those.
It's more automated.
Yes, they'll be like, hi, like they give the same responses, but that they actually don't care. And people's issues don't get solved in the DMs, but they just don't want you to be speaking out, like, say more things, like publicly.
More PR, man.
Yes, to like hush you up, and then let's talk in the DMs. But we know deep down that the problems are not going to be solved. These people, or like they really, really rip people off. Like a lot of them are scams. It's just that, sometimes like people will still continue because it's like, okay, maybe that wasn't too bad of an L I had to take, and like people's L's that they take with them kind of differ. So that's why people don't always openly say, oh, this was my experience or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But deep down, people are getting ripped off their money, like on a regular.
So just for more context here, she gave them a court order to pay out her mother's claims, and then Old Mutual.
Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to go through that extent, bro? But when you're taking my money every month, it's fine.
It's fine.
And now when you have to pay up, yes, and your end of the deal, now you wanna come with stories. You wanna look for loopholes as to why. You never stopped me when I was paying you. Like, hey, by the looks of things, the way you're going, it looks like I won't want to pay you at the end. No, you take my money. You take my money. You say nothing until I actually have to, claim. Then you come up with stories or like, oh, you had missed a payment then and then, so automatically,
So she gave out a court order for Old Mutual to pay her mother, and that whole post blew up. Old Mutual came back with a response saying that the court order is not right, it breaks financial regulations or something like that. And then they doubled down with another statement saying that the issue's being handled privately with people.
And of which it's lies. Like, it's not being handled. You guys are fighting her still. And then, but you don't want us to.
Then that's when it started to blow up. Then people started to give their own accounts or their own experiences of their dealings with Old Mutual, which are mostly negative.
Yeah.
And that just blew up even more, to the point where like news outlets started reporting on it, and people showing old clips of.
Hey, I saw this.
Did you see that clip? People showing old clips of like a family that couldn't get claims.
Oh, they had to go. They took the body to the office to prove that, look, this person is dead. What are we gonna bury them?
Another guy was busy.
That's crazy.
Another guy was busy crying in the offices, saying that he's human.
What is going to do today? I want to another 15 days. I'm a human being. Sis, what is it? Who have another 19 days?
They show all these clips of like people having negative experience with Old Mutual, and it just got to the point now where people are canceling now, outright canceling their policies or moving their policies over to another.
I saw the whole like boycott Old Mutual, like all over Twitter, like on like I think it was the weekend. It was crazy. Like it started like, you know, and it just kept getting worse. And a lot of people, and I was actually happy. I won't lie, in the bottom of my heart, I was actually happy. Like I hate that these, you know, these businesses get away with ripping people off. Especially like, you know, I don't know if there's some classism that goes on, but it's almost like they know exactly the people to tackle, you know, to rip off, because it's always the same kind, and like the older people and things like that, older black people, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain demographic that they always go after. I'm not making it a race thing. I know that I popped in race there, but okay, to some degree we could probably speculate that it is a race thing according to a lot of people's complaints. Like they'll be like, we don't see a lot of white people complaining about Old Mutual. Probably they don't even insure Old Mutual, I don't know. But the people will say like, oh, it's a lot of black people that are always suffering, you know, from Old Mutual. Like it's getting tiring, because all of these, even we had the same issue when we talk about the banks as well. I don't know.
So yeah, there was even accounts of like former Old Mutual employees telling stories of employees committing fraud by changing people's policies to benefit them. There was just a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, Old Mutual hasn't been doing their clients justice. And the painful part about this is that these things happen when somebody is passed on in the family, and they've taken out a policy, and they need that policy to either sustain the family or bury that member. It's in a time of need.
Yes.
And Old Mutual is busy ripping people off in a time of need, and it's very bad.
Once you do it, once you get away with it, and the more you do it, you start getting numb. That's why now they don't care. You know, the fact that it's people, they're in difficult situations and they don't have the money that they need to bury people and all of that. Like, because they've been doing it so much, it's like...
Yeah, but then the effect of the boycott so far has been very bad for Old Mutual.
Yep.
They've received a lot of reputational damage, and even their company stocks have been dropping dropping very quickly. So the effect of the boycott has been affecting Old Mutual in the right way, which is in their pockets. And
it's good to see that people have the power.
Some other guy was busy asking, what does it benefit me to cancel my policy? Oh, so it was in relation to the Vodacom scandal, right?
Yeah.
And people were like, we should be boycotting Vodacom, and this other guy was like, it doesn't benefit me to cancel my contract with Vodacom. And I was like, but bro, it's like the point of a boycott is to send a signal
in unity,
to the companies to tell them that this behavior is unacceptable.
Yeah, it's unacceptable,
and we will not deal with it, and we will not tolerate it.
It's that mentality that set us back.
It benefits like the whole of society.
Yeah.
If we boycott behaviors that we do not like. So now companies will stop exploiting people. That's
They'll
the whole
start
point
being
of a
more
boycott.
sensitive to that, because now they know.
So yeah, this boycott is affecting Old Mutual in the right way. And from now on, you will see that Old Mutual will be handling these cases with much more care.
Absolutely.
Because of this boycott.
Absolutely.
So that's the benefit of the boycott.
And stop just buying face and answering on to, like, these situations kind of help. These things like this help so that they can stop taking advantage of people and just buying face. They're on social media, answering tweets with automated responses that are just, it's so impersonal.
Yeah, so
what they know to answer is jokes, making jokes and all of that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very, very bad, sad situation for the people who went through a bad experience with Old Mutual. So if you guys are thinking of taking out insurance policies, life cover policies with Old Mutual,
think very carefully.
Look for alternatives, because people have been experiencing not so great customer service from Old Mutual.
and don't want to learn from. Sometimes you need to learn from other people's experiences as well. So don't wait until the thing happens to you, then you want to. Yeah,
it's a very sad story, but you guys let us know what you think about it.
absolutely.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.